gets taken down on the play. No call made. Pops out to the blue line. Picked up here by Giuliano. Giuliano gets flustered out of the play. Oh, and a backhanded shot and a score by number 11, Colin Riil.
Working around the end board, down deflecting off the side that only gets as far as the blue line. Fire back in! Right up into the play. Now again, another shot by Hogan. He fires one, heading off the ice. A big hit down in the corner there between Barrett and a score! Right off the hit. The kick scores! CJ LeClaire ties it! His shot saved by Schroeder. Wrap around, shot, score! Chances with the puck for a second, fires, it goes right inside, right in front of his score! On the power play, Josie hits the back. Who has lost his stick in the process, they fire at him! Hang on to your hats, folks. It's 3-2 with 1 second.
And it's picked up again here and fired in by Moretti. The Hendrickson offense. Oh, deep blue line. Record Wester.
He makes the save, and it comes back out for DeSano. DeSano works through, and he has it into the goal. A backcourt Gypsy 2. And
McKenzie fires one on save by Carr. 24 seconds remaining in the man advantage. 5-10 remaining in the play. There's a shot, the score! Short-handed by Owen.
Lynch sets back. Pass complete to Fernandez, and he's going to pick up about 6. Gets through 2 defenders. Coming out is White, and he is first to the ball. Hamish regains right at the top of the circle, in, clicks off, and a goal.
That pass play intercepted, and it's going to be taken all the way to the house.
Switching sides. Good communication there to have Asadi hit that one. And finally a mistake.
Here's a run up the middle, barreling hard and into the end zone. Touchdown goes. Spacey's going to cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Poppy in motion. Right up the gut is Brooks, and he will find the end zone.
Falcons. No, another shot on goal. Right over the top.
Lynch sets back. Pass complete to Fernandez, and he's going to pick up about 6. Gets through 2 defenders. Coming out is White, and he is first to the ball. Hamish regains right at the top of the circle, in, clicks off, and a goal.
That pass play intercepted, and it's going to be taken all the way to the house.
Switching sides. Good communication there to have Asadi hit that one. And finally a mistake.
Here's a run up the middle, barreling hard and into the end zone. Touchdown goes. Spacey's going to cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Poppy in motion. Right up the gut is Brooks, and he will find the end zone.
Falcons. No, another shot on goal. and gentlemen, and welcome to Cranston High School West Stadium for tonight's Rhode Island High School girls soccer action between the Cumberland Clippers and your Cranston West Falcons. Let's see the starting lineups. First for the visiting Cumberland Clippers. Senior midfielder number 3, Eden Gutierrez. Junior midfielder number 6, Rachel Harris. Junior defender number 8, Brianna Landry. Freshman striker number 10, Emma Cusal. Senior defender number 13, Isabella Luca. Freshman defender number 15, Sophia Torres. Sophomore midfielder number 17, Ava Romandian. Sophomore striker number 19, Nicole Cali. Senior striker number 22, Riley Trudeau. Sophomore defender number 24, Janet Gervais. And in goal, the senior number 1, Maddie Dion. And now the starting lineups for your 2021 Cranston West Falcons. Senior midfielder and captain number 6, Madison Elves. Senior midfielder and captain number 3, Madeline Marbury. Senior midfielder number 18, Samantha DeRusi. Senior defender number 9, Sydney DeRusi. Senior striker number 11, Savannah Lambertier. Senior defender number 19, Angela Narcis. Senior defender number 10, Carol Metaurus. Senior striker number 5, McKenna Riddle. Senior midfielder number 13, Julia Robbins. Junior defender number 25, Ariana Torres. And then keeper of freshman 01, Oceana Orlandi. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Cranston West Falcons. At this time, we ask that you all please rise, respectfully remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. And a pleasant good evening to everyone, and welcome to Fans Only Sports Network presentation of Rhode Island High School girls soccer between the Cranston West Falcons and the Cumberland Clippers. It is essentially 1 versus 2. Cumberland coming in at 2-1 on the season. The Cranston West Falcons coming in at 10-2-2. Matt Jolis in the broadcast booth with you this evening. The starting lineups have been announced. The national anthem has been played, and we are ready to go for 40 minutes of what we expect to be very high-powered soccer this evening between these two teams, two of the best in the state. As the Falcons have taken the field in the all-red kits, Cumberland in the all-white with the blue numbers to your broadcast left, Cranston West to the right. Today's game is brought to you by Second Time Around Sports, Manny Sports, RREliteRecruits.com, and J&O Plumbing. 40 minutes on the clock in a defining game, just 2 games remaining before the playoffs. Set over top of the ball is the West team in the defensive posture, so it's going to be Cumberland ball to start the game. And that is the number 22 of Riley Trudeau. Whistle sounds and we are underway. And quickly sent back to the corner. That one will be chased and out of play, and that's going to be a Cumberland throw-in. Going deep back for the throw-in there. This is the 15 of Sophia Torres. Got that as about as far as the 18, and it came up for Renault. Popped off of a Cumberland defender and pushed out of play. Torres here trying to work through for Barberi on the outside. Trying to go to the 13 of Robbins. Julia Robbins, the speedy player on the wing. Once she does get open, can be all bets off where she's going to land. This is Lavemodiere scooting outside. That came off of the backside of the leg of Malharris. And then this is going to be Torres for Cumberland. Back forth action here in the first couple of minutes as these two sides feeling out where they can go. This is Matamoros trying to turn one here. Comes down back to the midfield. Barberi right there at the midfield tips that one away and has an open opportunity to send this one up, trying to release Renault. Couldn't get her on the outside line was Maddie Alves. Alves 1v1, 1v2. Maddie Alves on a run here. She's got McKenna Renault and Julia Robbins with her. Alves holds up at the 18 and then sends that one off. It's going to go outside of the byline, and so a corner for the Falcons, their first of the match. Good run there on the alleyway by Maddie Alves. And that will send a corner kick coming here for the Falcons. Big boot right in front. Renault tried to go up for it. Came down just a little bit shy. Kept inside the line. And smartly turned back by Renault. Up into the face of Torres. There's a kick from Renault. Bends that one and it goes just wide. It may have been Robbins that got a body full of it as she was trying to go against Sophia Torres. And she shakes that one off. Chested down for Julia Robbins. On the overlap can be Lavemodiere. Robbins and Lemodier in the corner. Taps that one back for Barberi. She got tipped down at the 18. No call. Maddie Alves comes out and then just has a strike. Maddie Alves straight dispossessed 2 different Cumberland defenders and was able to strike that one. But a save from Maddie Dion in net for the Clippers. As we continue on, about 4 minutes gone by here. A little miscommunication there. Barberi sends that one deep. Will be scooped up by Dion. And this Falcons offense has put a lot of work against Cumberland goalkeeper Maddie Dion in the first 4 minutes of the game. We thank you for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. The last home game of the regular season for the Cranston West Falcons. Here's Robbins with an opportunity on the outside alleyway. Robbins gets the overlap, can leave it for Renault. Renault heads to the corner against Torres, and Torres will tap that one out of play. So the Falcons having ability to run on the alley, but Sophia Torres for Cumberland has been able to cut them off in the final third. And this is a deep throw, and it might be a Julia Robbins special coming from the sideline. It is flipped up inside the mixer, drops down for Renault, and then pops back up. There's a have going into the corner for Robbins. Back to Alves. That one deflects off of a defender. May have been Sophia Torres in the mix and comes all the way back. On the outside from Marcis, Lemodier to Renault. And then inside, that one will get turned out. And chasing it is DeRussi. Coach Jeremy Shearer opting on senior night to go with a senior-laden lineup. And it pretty much was all seniors in the lineup, save for the freshman in goal, Oceana Orlandi, and the junior Ariana Torres on the back line. And they will recognize the senior members of this Cranston West Falcons team at halftime of tonight's proceedings. Barberi and Lemodier trying to control that there as the referee got in the way, and the Cumberland defense is able to clear that one out, but only back as far as their final third, where the Falcons defense is 5 back and Barberi dispossesses, allowing for a clearance attempt to occur. This one will be on for Marcis. Actually, she dropped it off for a second, and then Marcis will actually take the throw. Check down throw, a little bit over top of the head of Robbins, and that one will go deep to the corner. Will stay up, so will have to be moved along here. And Cumberland trying to still get out. Torres has not been able to break the line. Neither two has been Gutierrez or Malharis. The 10 is Emma Cusal, who has been defended up against the 19 of Angela Marcis, and Marcis has not let her get past the 30 of the football lines on the opposite side of the field yet tonight. Here's another throw in for the Falcons, moved by Marcis. Got up into the body of the 5 of McKenna Renault, and then bounced its way out of play. And we continue on. About 8 minutes gone by here in the first half. Thank you for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. Today's game is brought to you by J&O Plumbing, Septic, Drain Cleaning, and Sewer Services, where there is pride and integrity and workmanship. Contact J&O Plumbing, 401-996-9440 or visit them online at joplumbingri.com. By Second Time Around Sports, located at 453 Atwood Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Second Time Around Sports, Rhode Island's largest selection of sporting goods. By Manny's Sports, located at 1725 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Now reopened Wednesday through Saturday. For more information, visit mannysports.com. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of the RR Elite Recruits family. Visit www.rreliterecruits.com for your 7-day free trial today. Falcons have 2 games left on the schedule. They will play against the Smithfield Sentinels and then a return match at LaSalle Academy against the Rams. And they will absolutely want to have a positive result in that match, as it will potentially determine where exactly they will slot themselves in to the RIIL playoffs. 10-2-1 entering tonight's proceedings. 12-1-0 for the Cumberland Clippers. A deep throw in. Robbins flips and then lost that one. And she hit down on the track rather than the turf. And I think that's what caused the ball to spin back the way that it did. But instead, it's going to come back right back to the Falcons, and it's going to be Marcis for the throw. Checks that one into the midfield for Alves. Matty Alves turns on the outside, has one here, and that one is tipped over top of the crossbar by Dion. Matty Alves went 1v1 and was able to strike that one hard. It may have been Isabella Luca in the midfield defending, but it sets up a second corner kick of the match for the Falcons. Short fake. Now they'll go long. Down in the corner, that one's kicked away, and so that's going to be another corner kick. Lavmodiere faked inside, drew the defense with her, and then they backtracked, and it opened up a space for a moment. Big kick here to the opposite side, went a little bit too far. Robbins is going to have to chase that one. She does right before the touchline. It goes out. Throw in for the Clippers. Alves dispossesses from that one. Emily Webb right there in the midfield. Lavmodiere and Webb kind of ran into each other a little bit. Lavmodiere goes down. Webb closed off the angle, and a throw in for Marcis. And Marcis will get a little bit more as it's headed out of play. Turned in and then kicked away by the Cumberland defense. Trying to get free was Emma Kusal, and that one bounced over top of her head. And we're going to get a stoppage of play and a substitution, as Lavmodiere will exit, and looks to be Riley Welch entering for the Falcons. Obstruction called. Yes, it was a push in the back as Renault tried to gain control of the ball there, and so we're going to get a restart as no advantage available for the Falcons on Renault's kick. And she's in a spot that Renault could send this one. She does to the 18, took a bounce. Alves running in and tapped it over top of the crossbar. Well, we called it. McKenna Renault could send one, and she did. And Matty Alves made the right run on the scramble, and almost a Falcons goal. And they've had 3 really key opportunities early here in the first half. They continue on. Cumberland's offense has not really broken the final third. Here's a ball that does get through. Orlandi slides out to scoop that one up as it shepherded back in to the box by Marcis. Marcis marking against Emma Kusal and has not really let her have run of play. This one is taken back by the Cumberland defense. Has to go to Maddie Dion for a pass back. Here's Barberi in the midfield. Barberi dances to the outside. Has Riley Welch there. Welch did not overlap, and so it's left for the Clippers to take forward. And then turned back. And that's an opportunity again. Robbins from the opposite side, and it goes off for a Falcons corner. And so Marcis will cross to go take the corner as it came off of the 13 of Isabella Luca. 2 balls on the field, so they'll kick one away. And here's Marcis with the corner. Right into the backside post landed for Robbins. Goes back to Marcis again. Luca out there. And they're going to say off Marcis. So throw in coming for the Clippers. That one will kick in to the Clippers bench. And so another throw coming up. And that will not be Isabella Luca as she goes up into a more midfield position. Kusal coming through the midfield line of the Falcons. They were trying to turn into her. Plenty back on the defense. Inside, bounces up. Alves heads that one away. Cleared by Matamoros. To midfield, and that goes off. Well, now they're going to say it's going to be Clippers ball. It went off of Luca. Referees are as they are. Cleared by Matamoros for Welch. And she sent that out of play. And then again to the opposite side. That one will get cleared away again. So another throw in coming. The Clippers trying to get to Renault here. Welch has that one overlap for McKenna Renault. Renault hits that one through and then runs out of time and place as the Clippers back line got to it. And that was Jenna Gervais, the defender, tracking back quickly. Throw in here for the Falcons. Checked to Welch. Comes back. Getting tied up with Alves. Tried to send that one forward. Webb heads it back. And they're going to call the trip on Maddie Alves that happened back as Webb picked up the advantage. And so it's going to be a free kick for the Clippers. Goes right to Matamoros. They try to overlap. Marcis there defends perfectly as Emma Kusal can't get there. And now they're going to say that was an obstruction call. That's a late whistle as Kusal actually had a foot to the ball, then to Marcis. So there was 2 plays made after that initial hit. Big boot from Malharis goes into the body of Barberi and the number 14 of Molly Fitzgerald. And now a call finally going the way of the Falcons. It will be a set-piece play for Matamoros. And she can clear the zone. She will to midfield for Welch. Welch on the overlap with Robbins could not release. Playing Robbins on the right side line with Welch and Renault in the midfield. Webb on the opposite side. Barberi comes up through the center mid. And that one will be kicked all the way back. It's well out of the way of Trudeau. Pushing along here. In the midfield, tracking back in the defense. Cumberland getting bothered every which direction, and coming up with it is Marcis. Sent that a little too far as it was shepherded by Luca back to the goaltender Matty Dion. As we approach the midway point of the first half, no score between the Falcons and the Clippers. We thank you for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. Today's game is brought to you by J&O Plumbing, Second Time Around Sports, Manny's Sports, and RREliteRecruits.com. Senior night here at Cranston High School West Stadium. The seniors on the Cranston West Falcons team, and it is a litany of them, will be recognized at halftime. A senior-laden lineup this evening as well, to let all of them get a chance to be part of the starting lineup on this final regular season game played on home turf. May very well see a playoff game depending on how things shake out over the course of the next week. There still are 2 games in the regular season to go. And they will have a game against Smithfield and against LaSalle Academy, both those on the road. Here's Webb. Webb taking off of the play and running into Malharris. Was Webb, and then it trickles back. That's Sophia Torres trying to defend on the backside there. Got kind of stepped on. Malharris is also shaking her leg too. There was just a collision between multiple players on the back line there. Falcons trying to release one here. Can Emily Webb get to it? No, she cannot. And it will be shepherded back by Luca. Defended by the Falcons at the midfield. Al sends that one back in. Bouncing to the outside, well outside the touchline. Torres could not get there. Malharris shakes her head once again, and the Falcons have yet another throw-in. So an opportunity for Marcis here. Sends that one deep. Got it inside for Renault for a second, and it's kicked all the way back out. And Cumberland is showing a lot of respect to this Falcons offense, because just about every ball that tries to come in, they're trying to push it right back out, and sometimes out to the touchline to make sure they don't allow opportunity and space in the midfield. Was a throw-in from Marcis there, and Sophia Torres hit that one straight back to the touchline. Brandon Landry in the midfield. That one is turned. Dancing with it as Alves gets that one forward. Cannot get to Riley Welch. Trapped back and then cleared out as they were trying to raise for Cusal. They've got to Emma Cusal. Big step over by Marcis to take that out of play. First corner kick of the evening coming up for the Clippers, but what a defensive stop by Angela Marcis. 17 and change, and some Cumberland faithful in the crowd tonight trying to make a sound of it on the corner kick. There's a hit back, and that one will hit a sea of red and then finally be cleared by Marcis out of play to the midfield. Welch runs for the corner for this one. Sent back in. Matamoros goes up toe-to-toe against Trudeau. Back to the midfield. Cumberland has yet to have an actual legitimate counted shot on goal. A couple of balls that rolled through. And then the corner kick that was cleared away. Renault works on the side here with the 4 of Sarah Perot. And that one goes out of the byline off Perot. And so that's going to be a 6 for the Clippers. And we'll set Maddie Dion to take the kick. Right to the midfield, stepping over top of that one was Alves. Tried to shepherd it forward for Welch. Now Alves again sends that one to the corner. Perot trying to make a run, ran out of real estate. And we're going to get a substitution for the Falcons here. And that's going to be McKenna Renault exiting. Looks like they've re-entered Savannah Lavemodiere. 15 minutes left remaining here in the first half. Thank you for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. We will have more Rhode Island girls soccer action for you tomorrow afternoon from Bristol, Rhode Island. The Mount Pleasant Huskies taking on the Smithfield Sentinels. Kickoff for that game is 4:30 p.m. And then a slate of football games tomorrow evening as St. Ray's takes on Mount Pleasant. That game at 6 p.m. Cranston West Falcons against Cumberland Clippers. That game is at 7 p.m. And then we'll have the Mount Hope Huskies against the Moses Brown Quakers. That game's 7 p.m. All of those available right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Go to Fans Only Sports, that's fansonlysportz.com for more information and to select which game you wish to view for tomorrow night. This is a opportunity here from Maddie Alves on the touchline about a yard in, and Alves is going to bend this one. It's up, it's bending, it's just over the crossbar. So we saw McKenna Renault send one. We've seen Maddie Alves send one, and both times just over top of the crossbar. And we stay level at 0. And this game may end up getting decided in the second half, and it might be something in the waning moments of the second half, even the way these two teams seem to be playing out. And that's what you want to see right before the playoffs end, when you have two of the best teams in the state playing against each other. That's a bouncing ball. It will be shepherded by Matamoros into the 18 for Orlandi to pick that one up. And she will hold as long as she can before she sends one. Bit of a short kick from Orlandi. Matamoros got tripped there by the number 22 of Riley Trudeau, and no call made by the referees. And Welch backtracked hard to overlap. Welch and DeRusi in the back field now. It's DeRusi clearing. Welch. Barbieri. Outside, and that will just go for the touchline. It will be out of play, and a throw-in for the Falcons. right at the bench, up into the body of Welch, and then right out of play into the bench. So a Clippers throw in. Kusal had an opportunity to turn there, and that one is kicked away. Brianna Landry out there. Was creeping up into the midfield. I think she was going to try to back up Kusal if she got that one to tap it back. Ava Normandin is marked with Riley Welch. Normandin makes a run here on the throw, and it goes over top of her head, and that will be just shepherded to the byline, and a 6 coming for the Falcons. Couple of New Year's Eve sounding horns out there in the fan section tonight. To the midfield, Owls. She goes down. Webb comes up with the ball, so advantage will be played for Emily Webb. To Welch. That one went a little bit far of her and then has to be kicked all the way back. Matamoros moves that one through. Alves then fighting here. Alves completely dispossessed Emma Kusal. And then Alves has an opportunity to release out here for Sarah Perot on the outside. Can Perot get there? She cannot. Is it kept at the touchline? It's still inside, both from the corner of the touchline and the byline. And then still now here at the touchline, and Falcons send that one to the center. Turned by Welch, an opportunity there. Couldn't have a full foot on it. Alves dances that one away. Barberi strikes one, and that one took a wicked hop. So it will be scooped up by Dion. Today's game is brought to you by J&O Plumbing, Septic, Drain Cleaning, and Sewer Services, where there is pride and integrity in workmanship. Contact J&O Plumbing 401-996-9440. or joplumbingri.com. By Second Time Around Sports, located at 453 Atwood Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Second Time Around Sports, Rhode Island's largest selection of sporting goods. By Manny's Sports, located at 1725 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Now reopened Wednesday through Saturday. For more information, visit mannysports.com. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of the RR Elite Recruits family. Visit www.rreliterecruits.com to sign up for your 7-day free trial today. A thank you on this final game of the regular season to all of our sponsors who have helped to bring the 2021 Cranston West Falcons girls soccer season to all of those across the ocean state, across the country, and across the world. Fans Only Sports Network in the past year, in 2021 so far, has reached 37 different states and 14 countries. A media impressions hit of 1.4 million impressions over the course of the 2021 year, and we're not done yet as we only sit at the 21st of October. As Matamoros with a free kick from about the 41-yard line of the football field, right on the outside of the center circle. And she will send this one deep in the final 8 minutes to go here of the first half. Barberi, and she got called for that. And there was a rumble from the Cranston West faithful in this stadium, and I think from a lot of people who just know this game of soccer so well. That was a pretty light call to be made. Molly Fitzgerald sends that one all the way out to the touchline and hit the backside fence. So a throw in for the Clippers. Turn in an opportunity there, and an easy save by Orlandi on the attempt that came across from Narandian. for Webb. Defended there by the 11 of Delmore. Haley Delmore and Sophia Torres working the back right side with the number 3 of Eden Gutierrez in the center and the 13 of Isabella Luca on the left side. The 4 backs for this Clippers defense. There's the 11 of Savannah Lavemodiere to the outside for Riley Welch. Welch going to the byline, tries to tip that one off, gets it to Lavemodiere. Back for Welch, and they're going to now call offside, and the offside inside may have been the approaching Emily Webb. So a free kick with 5 and change left to go here in the first half. Welch sends that one for Lavemodiere. Defended back to the midfield, and then Barberi dispossessed Torres. Out of play, a 6 for the Clippers, and substitutions for both sides. Emma Kusal will exit the game for the first time this evening. Paige Vieira, I checked that. Ali Jakubiak has replaced her. In the final 5 minutes to go here of the first half. And as we mentioned, halftime will feature the senior celebrations for the Cranston West Falcons players on this, their final home game of the regular season. That one cleared away by Matamoros, goes behind the Clippers bench and out of play. Pace of the game has slowed a little bit here in the late stages of this first half, as both of these teams being so strategic throughout the first 40, they're now maybe overthinking the game a little bit too much, and we'll see whose advantage that might come to. Welch heads one down there. That one is sent forward. No one on the overlap, as it's right up the midfield, so could not get to the outside. Emily Webb was leading forward. There's Alves coming forward, gets in a tie-up. They're going to call the obstruction against Alves. Alves got tied up there with Malharris, and they called it against Alves. Renaud. Barberi on the back check, and then that one is sent forward, and careful there at the bench. And we might get a stoppage of play as a Cumberland player went down in their bench area. And she's up now. And the referee is going to have a discussion with both the player and the Clippers coaching staff. And now back in play. And substitutions coming here for the Falcons. Robbins will come back in on the throw-in. This one goes over top of Welch to the end line. Was it off of a Cumberland player? It was not. Defending craftfully there. On the back side was Jenna Gervais. Kicked away by Dion. Tapped down by Welch. To the outside. For the 26 of Valley Jackback. Kicked away, and an opportunity if she can get there for McKenna Renault. She can't split the Clippers defense. Renault and Webb with Robbins up front. To Jakubiak. Taken over by Webb. Back for Alves. Sends that one forward. Trying to release for Robbins. It goes off of the head of Jenna Gervais, and that one will be a throw-in for the Falcons. In the waning stages of this first half, here's an opportunity right in front. Oh, Renault gets called offside. That is a toenail offsides, as they call it, as McKenna Renault was right there. May have been just half of her boot length offside. Played along here by Renault. She was trying to go for Robbins. Little miscommunication there. And so out of play, just shy of the Clippers bench. That one will just be headed away. And we will get the whistle from the referee officially ending the first half of action. So we're through 40 here at Cranston High School West Stadium, and it is the Cranston West Falcons 0, the Cumberland Clippers 0. You're watching Rhode Island High School Girls Soccer on Fans Only Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the 2021 Cranston High School West seniors.
We will start this evening's proceedings with a senior captain, accompanied by her parents Steve and Lisa, number 6, Madison Alves. Accompanied by her parents Tom and Charlene, captain number 3, Madeline Marbury. Accompanied by her parents John and Paula, siblings brother Dante, a 2-for-1 special, number 18, Samantha DeRossi, number 9, Cindy DeRossi. Accompanied by her parents Keith and Brenda, number 11, Savannah Lavadier. Accompanied by her parents Gus and Tina and sisters Elizabeth and Taya Marcis, number 19, Captain Angela Marcis. Accompanied by her parents, single in Argentina, siblings Karen and Katie, number 10, Captain Carol Matamoros. Accompanied by her parents, Brian and Dawn, siblings Jordan, Ashlyn, and Maddie, number 5, McKenna Rowe! And accompanied by her parents, Dan and Gina, number 13, Julia Robbins. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Cranston High School West Falcons girls soccer seniors.
We're announcing Cumberland seniors right now.
We'd now like to take a moment to recognize the seniors from the Cumberland Clippers. Keeper number 1, Maddie Dion. Midfielder number 3, Eden Gutierrez. Midfielder number 7, Amelia Butler. Midfielder number 11, Hallie Delmore. Defender number 13, Isabel Luca. Midfielder number 20, Paige Vera. Keeper number 21, Allie Murphy. Striker number 22, Riley Trudeau. Keeper number 25, Mackenzie Friedman. And striker number 26, Ali Jakubiak. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Cumberland Clippers seniors. As we welcome you back and get ready for the second half of action. No score during the first half between the Cranston West Falcons and the Cumberland Clippers. And so we will play another 40 with hopes of a decision. No overtime rules in high school soccer during the regular season, so should we stay level at 0, this game will end as such. In the playoffs, of course, high school overtime rules come into fruition for either side. And we've seen some crazy overtimes over the past years in the playoffs. Of course, the Mount Hope Pilgrim semifinal game last year on the boys soccer side, one that always comes to mind. Cranston West in the all red to your left, save for the keeper, Oceana Orlandi, in that nice bright purple jersey. Cumberland in the all-white kits with the blue numbers to your broadcast right. Rhode Island High School girls soccer action tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time from Bristol, Rhode Island. It'll be the Mount Hope Huskies and the Smithfield Sentinels before a slate of Friday Night Lights football games. And if the field sports aren't your thing, we have the frozen sports on Saturday and Sunday as Providence College Men's Club Ice Hockey makes its debut on Fans Only Sports Network. A game Saturday against Central Connecticut State and Sunday against Merrimack. For more information, visit Fans Only Sports. That's fansonlysportz.com, and follow us on social media on Instagram or Twitter at FO Sports. That's at FOSPORTZ. It's located right there on the bottom right-hand corner of the scoreboard screen. Today's game is brought to you by J&O Plumbing, Second time around sports, Manny's Sports, and RREliteRecruits.com. Ball quickly out of play in front of the Clippers bench. And comes right down for Alves, who stuck a foot into Malharris, and they call a dangerous play. Long boot, trying to get up front. They are looking to finally actually release Emma Kusal at a point this evening, and here it goes bouncing in front. That one landed onto Riley Trudeau as Kusal was trying to look for the backside post, and Orlandi was right there. A good crowd in attendance tonight on this senior night for the Cranston West Falcons. At halftime recognized the seniors from the Falcons and also from the Cumberland Clippers. Taken here by Brianna Landry. Went off of the defense of the 25 of Torres before it could get to either Delmore or Kusal. Now another stoppage of play and another call in midfield, and it's going to be Brianna Landry for the restart. Landry deep ball sent. That just hit a sea of red. It was Alves Matamoros, and may have also been Torres back there. Offside is the call, and a Falcons free kick. Good send. Into the back third. Opportunity here as Renault tried to jump for that one. Comes back for Alves to Marcis. Tapped up the sideline. Barberi has to go over there and will tap it into the Cumberland bench. And a whistle. It was actually coming from the youth football field below. The Cranston West Athletics Complex, as it could affectionately be referred to, as the baseball stadium directly below where we are in the football stadium. Youth football fields on the backside are practice fields for the high school teams. And on game days, many times you'll get a lot of different whistles happening all around. Midfield play here as they try to work it through. Gervais on the back line. That's taken over by Robbins. On the outside for Alves, she couldn't control it as it rolled out to the number 9 of Sydney DeRusi. Renault. That did not go off of her head. It actually went off of the head of the Clippers defender behind her. This time, though, controlled by Renault up into the body of the number 8 of Landry. Renault fights that one free. Back to Barberi. Outside for Alves. Alves let that one roll for quite a moment and took Ava Normandian for a draw, and then rides that one inside as it goes to the outside corner, and DeRusi was going to let that one set for a throw-in. To the center for Lemodier. Booted right back out, sent back in, but that one will go outside of the touchline. As we reach 5 minutes gone by here in the second half, thank you for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. A back-to-back day of Cranston West versus Cumberland. We will have the Cranston West Falcons football team in action tomorrow against the Cumberland Clippers right back here from this exact same stadium 7 p.m. Eastern time here on Fans Only Sports Network. St. Ray's takes on Mount Pleasant. That game 6 p.m. Eastern on Fans Only Sports Network. And then we will also have the Mount Hope Huskies against the Moses Brown Quakers from Bristol, Rhode Island. That game 7 p.m. Eastern time. Little consternation there from the West faithful as that one looked to have gone off of a Clippers player before it actually hit Barberry, but no avail. And a Cumberland corner coming up here. Short kick right into the center of the defense. Shepherded out. Renault trying to make a run, and then Renault has a little bit of a chirp against Isabella Luca. Clippers throw in right into the body and then directly out of play as it hit off of the 22 of Riley Trudeau. And if you're Cranston West and you've kept Trudeau and Normandian and Kusal quiet for about 50 minutes, almost 50 minutes of time now, you are definitely doing at least something that can be a positive play against a very potent offense. Matamoros goes up toe-to-toe there against Trudeau. May have gotten the better of Matamoros' head there. Flipped by Robbins. The backside. Renault tried to take a poke at it. And going down and getting a whistle. And Renault's going to get a little bit of a chat from the referee. No card given as Isabella Luca took a bit of a tumble. At least no card called. As we continue on. Welch in the midfield. Both Welch and Robbins came out for the second half with their thighs taped heavily, hoping that it's just a preventive measure by both of them and not something that head coach Jeremy Scherer and the Falcons need to be worried about. As the temperature and therefore too the breeze has begun to pick up now. 71 at kickoff. It has dropped to 64 as we approach upon 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Fall has finally arrived in the Ocean State. Fully unofficially, I think we can say it. Just waiting for the leaves to turn colors and we'll be all good. This one out of bounds again. Another throw in for the Falcons. They're going to make a substitution here as we approach 10 minutes gone by. Today's game is brought to you by J&O Plumbing, Septic, Drain Cleaning, and Sewer Services, where there is pride and integrity and workmanship. Contact J&O Plumbing, 401-996-9440, or visit them at joplumbingri.com. Ball to the mid there, was looking for Robbins, could not get to her, could not get to Renault either. Alves works this one on the touchline. Oh, a little stop and a move by Maddie Alves. She did a shake and bake and had a bender to the corner of the net that was saved by Maddie Dion. This one will scoop back for Orlandi. She will scoop it up as both teams now trying to push the level on both sides. Today's game is brought to you by Second Time Around Sports, located at 453 Atwood Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Second time around sports, Rhode Island's largest selection of sporting goods. By Manny's Sports, located at 1725 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Now reopen Wednesday through Saturday. For more information, visit mannysports.com. And by RR Elite Recruits. With access to 3,000 schools and 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Visit www.rreliterecruits.com to sign up for your 7-day free trial today. Falcons pressing here and getting dumped down on the outside touchline. They're going to say went off of the Falcons was Webb. In the midfield, danced through here for Robbins, to the outside for Owls right at the 18, and that one gets poked off of her, and she wanted the throw, and she's going to get it. DeRusi. Welch. Back to DeRusi, who could not control that one, and so it's going to go back the way of the Clippers. Welch got in the way of that defensively right at the touchline, and it's going to go off of Welch as trying to turn it for the Clippers was the 19 of Nicole Cali. Alves going for a flight there. Torres, Metamoros, and Torres collided heavily with Trudeau. That sent Trudeau down to the turf for a moment. Here's Trudeau trying to get on the outside for Casal. Looking to turn it. Can't. Orlandi's right there, and it comes out for Marcis, who kicks it away. Big save there by Orlandi. Clippers throw-in coming. Down in the center will be cleared away by the Falcons defense, as the Clippers had no one in the center of the box to be able to put that one to. Here's a dangerous play on a turn. Opportunity there. Kick, save, and another one that came in and was blocked away. Orlandi with a kick save, and then the defense bails out on the second attempt. That might have been DeRusi back there. And here's Renault getting tied up in the midfield, and Welch as well. And they're going to call this one for the Falcons. Do you feel like this game means something? You can hear the fans in the stands below us, and you can see the reaction of the players on the field. This game is crucial, not just to the regular season. Getting dumped down in the center, no call made there. Clearly going for it was Maddie Alves. And she just trots back right past the referee. And it's a 6 for the Clippers with 25 and change to go here in regulation. This one just out at the Falcons bench as Eden Gutierrez makes the clear there as McKenna Renault is right on top. Welch. Gutierrez will clear that one again, sent by Alves right back in. Scoots through. And body to body, there is Riley Trudeau. Alves was not even anywhere close to her. Trudeau went down on her own. And they're going to call the foul on Maddie Alves. No card at least given. And the consternation from the West faithful continues. That's the second time today that a Clippers player has gone down on their own in the midfield of play, and the ref has called both times has tripping calls and given the ball to the Clippers. Kicked back here to center. Trying to release for Renault. Renault's going to chase that one to the line. Gets there and has to force Cumberland to try to send back. Welch right there with Barberi. It deflected off of a Cumberland player and sat up right before the touchline, and then finally comes through and is cleared away on the back line by Gervais. Alves at midfield. She will get hit every single play and never go to ground. And then found herself on the track, and soccer cleats and the all-weather macadam track surfaces do not mix well. I know that one personally myself. And you will find yourself with a lack of footing very quickly. Here's Welch poke checking that one forward for the Falcons, then worked in the backside line. Welch and Alves sends this one forward. Good overlap opportunity here. Can Robbins get there before the byline? And it will run out of real estate. .23 and change to go in regulation, as we reminded you at the beginning of the half. In a regular season game, there are no overtime rules. So should we stay here level at 0, the conclusion of the half would mean the conclusion of the game. And it would be still a huge pickup for the Falcons to pull a tie against Cumberland. It would put Cumberland at 12-1-1 and would put the Falcons with an opportunity, barring some wild things to happen, that they could potentially match Cumberland's record. What a wild final week to the season this is going to end up being. 1, 2, and 3 could land themselves anywhere on the standings. And we will see how that one also breaks out. One of the teams that the Falcons have to play, which is the Smithfield Sentinels, we will see tomorrow against the Mount Hope Huskies. That game is 4:30 p.m. Bending one to the backside post and away from Falcons defenders and Orlandi as well. Cumberland sits 12-1 overall, 12-1 in the league. LaSalle 10-3 in the league. Cranston West 9-2-2. West has to play against LaSalle. A win against Cumberland would obviously help the proceedings, but it could be 1, 2, and 3. The Cranston West LaSalle game could decide the difference between these two teams as to who will sit second and who will sit third. Here's Robbins working for it. That one came across, ducked down, and Webb was right there for an opportunity. And that one, because it went over the head of Emily Webb, will be a throw-in for the Clippers, coming from about the 10 of the football lines. The multi-purpose field here at Cranston High School West Stadium. Yellow soccer lines, red men's lacrosse lines, blue lines for girls lacrosse, and then, of course, all the football lines. And that's another edition of what we like to call broadcaster's chaos. You try to remember what line is what. Going down In the back corner is a Cumberland defender. Looked to be Malharis. And the ball's out of play, and it's a Falcons throw. To the midfield. Struck by Owls, took a weird turn and sat up. Robbins has it right before the byline, trying to get a deflection. She cannot, and it's going to be a 6 for the Clippers. Inside of the final 20 to go here in regulation time, and a rolling start there. And coming in to take one off was Fitzgerald. Turned that one to the midfield and then is sent out. DeRusi pinching up there. Robbins sends that one back. Torres jumped right in front of Trudeau, and they're going to say it also hit Torres in the arm area in an unnatural position, so handball and a free kick restart for the Clippers. And they'll have to bring it all the way back to the spot of the foul occurring. Still a smart defensive play there by Torres to jump that line, as Trudeau, had she been able to turn it, would have had run of play. Fitzgerald, Riley, Welch works that one to the outside line and a little too far for Webb. Went to the Cumberland bench, out of play. Falcons throw and substitutions to come, as Robbins will take a seat in favor of Modier. Big throw in. Headed out of play immediately by Jerez. And now a conversation. They're going to say Cumberland throw-in. Not entirely sure where the AR got that one from, but we roll with it with 17 left to go. And another Cumberland throw will be defended here on the back line by the Falcons. Pushed out and then tried to be tapped back in to be Gutierrez on the outside. Deep ball sent all the way down. That one will get outside of the touchline, and so it'll be a throw-in for the Clippers. Trying to get Lavemodier free. Welch in the midfield. The high line forward is the 16. This one will get over top for Welch, and they're going to call her offside. Trying to turn there was DeStefano. Comes back in the center. Welch turns to the outside. Modier cut for the outside alley. Tried to go to Webb on the other side, and then getting dumped down right in front of the west bench was Riley Welch. And I think they're going to call the free kick. And they're going to give that one just the throw and just words to the West bench. 14.5 left to go here in regulation, right at the edge of the line, and it was to the left side of the stick, so that will be a deep throw in. About as deep as you can go. Trying to get into the 6. Alves gets dumped down from behind again. Second time she's taken a shoulder to the back. I don't know how many more times you can have somebody get dumped down inside the box and not have it get called by the referees. Welch had an opportunity to hit that one on the second touch, couldn't get there. And we're going to get substitutions for Cumberland with 13.5. As 2 times tonight, Maddie Alves has gone down in the box from behind while trying to get to a ball. Both times no call. Here's Welch going 1v1 against Luca. In the midfield, taken over by Kusal. Matamoros will send that one free. Controlled by Luca. Tapped off of Landry. And then to the touchline and out of play. Emma Kusal. Off of Matamoros, hit back into the shin of Kusal, and so it's going to be a Falcons throw. Welch. Trying to turn still. Landry has it now for the Clippers. Will go off of Fitzgerald, and so a throw in. Matamoros will let that one squib its way to Orlandi, who will scoop that and have an opportunity to clear the zone, taking about all the time as she can. Good boot here by Orlandi. Bounces once in front of Barberi. Went for Webb. Barberi sends that one into the body of the attacking Cumberland midfielder, and it goes out of play. Trying to get there for Webb. Welch, Webb, and Barberi on the left-hand side with Alves in the center and Liv Modier. Webb goes down, and now finally the Falcons get a call to go their way. 11.5 remaining in regulation. We thank you for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. Today's game is brought to you by Second Time Around Sports, Manny Sports, RREliteRecruits.com, and J&O Plumbing. Will be Matamoros to send this one deep. Takes a bounce and then scoots right forward for Maddie Dion to make the save. Good opportunity and a stoppage of play. And it looks like Barberi may have dinged herself up on that last play. He blew the whistle, but he didn't. No. So we continue on, and the ref also standing right in front of the goalkeeper, and now they do give it to Maddie Dion, who will kick it away. So Dion sends that one to midfield, headed by Alves, trying to look for Renault to go forward along with DeStefano. Welch on the outside gets that to Webb. Can she keep it in? Tapped out. West ball. And now more whistles coming. Modier will exit. Re-entering will be Robbins. With 9.5 to go here in regulation. Today's game is brought to you by J&O Plumbing, where the septic drain cleaning and sewer services, where there's pride and integrity and workmanship. Contact J&O Plumbing at 401-996-9440, joplumbingri.com. By Second Time Around Sports, located at 453 Atwood Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Second Time Around Sports, Rhode Island's largest selection of sporting goods. By Manny Sports, located at 1725 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Now reopen Wednesday through Saturday. For more information, visit mannysports.com. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports, where athletes looking to play at the next level. Be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Visit www.rreliterecruits.com to sign up for your 7-day free trial today. More Rhode Island High School girls soccer action tomorrow. Mount Hope Huskies and the Smithfield Sentinels. Game time 4:30 p.m. Eastern right here on Fans Only Sports Network. A slate of football games tomorrow night. St. Ray's against Mount Pleasant, 6 p.m. kickoff. Mount Hope Huskies against Moses Brown, 7 p.m. kickoff. Cranston West Falcons and the Cumberland Clippers, 7 p.m. Eastern Time kickoffs. American Collegiate Hockey Association men's ice hockey action Saturday. Providence Friars taking on the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils, face off 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday, Providence Friars against Merrimack, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information on how to view ACHA hockey action on Fans Only Sports Network, visit Fans Only Sports at fansonlysportz.com. Opportunity there from the Clippers went across the goal mouth of Orlandi to the outside touchline and out of play for a Clippers throw-in with 6:45 or so to speak left to go here in regulation. Referees, of course, have the official time on the field, as is in all soccer. No fourth official with a big lighted signboard here in high school, but we will yield to the center referee and his whistle and the stopwatch for the official time. A tight match, opportunities mostly favoring to the Cranston West Falcons. Specifically in the first half of play, had about 4 really strong goal-scoring opportunities, but not able to put one past the keeper, Matty Dion. Oceano Orlandi has come up with a few huge saves in the backfield. So too has Sidney DeRusi, and that is why we sit at 0-0. This will be the last of our home regular season games for the Cranston West Falcons girls soccer team. They will play 2 more on the road, one against Smithfield, one against LaSalle Academy, before the RLL playoffs shall begin. Renault trying to get one forward here. Webb's going to come on the outside right by the bench. And that one went off of Cumberland, so it's going to be a Falcons throw. Sent deep trying to get for Welch. Down to the corner. That one got kicked away. It's going to be a very deep throw in for the Falcons. Not a Julia Robbins specialist. She is in the middle of the box. But it goes to the middle anyway, and that one is kicked away. Quickly coming up to try to get it is Barberi. Barberi sends one. That one glanced off of the side of Jenna Gervais, and so out of play and a throw-in coming up for the Falcons. Molly Fitzgerald has the ball in her hands ready to go. They're going to make a substitution here. The Falcons are going to bring in Torres on the back line. Fitzgerald to throw with 3.5. They are still waiting, and I'm not sure why. The referee now having a conversation with the assistant referee, and I guess maybe they're trying to get the time straight. Fitzgerald, a long pause here as she waits to throw in the ball, and now finally gets the whistle and is allowed to go. Check down throw to Robbins. Back to Fitzgerald, hit the one touch. A 6 coming up for the Clippers. In the waning stages here of the second half, waning stages of regulation, no overtime in regular season. A tie would keep the Falcons in pace with LaSalle Academy. Renault gets called for a trip. I think she was wondering where that even came from. Some interesting calls today by both sides of the officials. This one sees a Cumberland player go down, and that's going to add more time on to the end of this second half. And now they'll stop the clock for an injury timeout. She's quickly up. And it will be a Cumberland free kick coming from about the 31 of the football field lines. And we will see how close we are time-wise to the official time on the field. As we are now underway once again. Big booming ball. Got as far as the midfield. Trapped down by the Falcons defense. That was Renault sending one forward for Robbins. Robbins kept it in at the touchline. Julia Robbins to the byline. Can she get the cross? She gets the corner out of it instead. Positive run for Julia Robbins and the Falcons. That's a big play inside of the final 2 to go. Marcis goes to the corner. Everyone for the Falcons trying to get forward. And I think they're a little unsure as to what they're going to exactly do. They only have 4 players forward now, as sitting back is Welch. And now Welch starts to creep a little bit closer. I think they're going to try to jack this one in case it comes back. To the far post. Chested down. Comes back out. Controlled. Has a crack at it. Takes a bounce. And then it goes into the hands of Dion And that was Barberi with a good crack at it. Turned on the inside for Julia Robbins. Robbins has a run here. In between the 18, trying to split two defenders. Comes out. Was it outside of the byline? It was. Renault will go to the corner. Waning seconds to go. McKenna Renault sets for the corner. The time of the game is in the hands of the referee now. Renault, big kick. Backside post. Got over top of the head of Alves. Goes out of play. And it's going to be a Cumberland throw. Quickly moved here. Running into a player defensively in the center of the pitch was DeRusi. She goes down. Whistle sounds. And a stoppage of play. They will add more time on. And it won't be much more that really could get added on to this game. Perhaps maybe 30 or 45 seconds. The center referee and the far side AR having a bit of a conversation, I think, over what is the exact time. Like I said, no fourth official in high school soccer, so no board at center. And now the center referee is going to have a discussion with the coaches, or at least with Cumberland's coach. And we go again. Throw in by the Clippers. Controlled here, trying to get to Robbins. Picking it up with her hands. Not entirely sure what that was all about. They called an obstruction call. Free kick for the Clippers. What a wild game this has been, and what a wild finish. This one is poked away. Al's tried to go for it there. Defended on the backside. Here's an opportunity once again. Getting into the mix there and scooting it out of play was Matamoros. Deep throw in coming for the Clippers. We have probably played roughly a minute and a half of added time due to injuries and stoppages. And there cannot be very much more to go on this one. Referee looks at his watch one more time. And it's a throw-in coming from the number 8 of Landry. Inside. To the outside. He says corner. Cumberland's going to get one more opportunity to have a crack at this. A stoppage time corner coming up for the Clippers. To the backside post. It's a little away. Can it get turned and sent away? It does, and it's the whistle. And the Cumberland Clippers will not come away from Cranston West with a victory. The number 1 team in the division has been tied 0-0 by the Cranston West Falcons. Well, that is a way to have senior night go. It will send the Clippers to 12-1-1 on the season. It will send the Falcons to 10-2-3 on the season. And it will be 0-0 on the scoreline. And that sets up a really good feeling for the Falcons, especially leading into the playoffs. As we mentioned, they have 2 games remaining on the regular season. They will play at Smithfield and at LaSalle Academy. Well, that'll do it for us this evening. We thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Fans Only Sports Network, copyright 2021, all rights reserved. Any reuse or rebroadcast of this game without the express written consent of Fans Only Sports Network is prohibited. For Caroline Niehoff, I'm Matthew Gillis. Thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow afternoon from Bristol, Rhode Island for more high school girls soccer action. The Mount Hope Huskies against the Smithfield Sentinels. Kickoff time 4:30 p.m. Until then, Thank you and good night.